Sister Wives fans call out first huge warning about Robyn Brown. Sister Wives fans have had strong feelings about Robyn Brown for years, and as it turns out, the original three wives admitted they saw red flags right from the start. As time goes on and viewers watch the family crumble on screen, they can also point to many concerning moments. But what are some of the biggest instances that really grabbed fans' attention? Viewers point out Robyn Brown's early warning signs. For 19 seasons on TLC, Sister Wives viewers have witnessed incredibly worrisome behavior from Robyn Brown. From manipulation to false tears, it's hard to tell which tactic she will resort to next. But one viewer thinks there is one instance that should have been a clue from the beginning. Robyn's first red flag, a Reddit user posted on the platform recently. Watching Season 1, the behavior of her children beside the behavior of the OG 13, seeing Robyn's children, how they acted in her home, especially on the wedding day, is very indicative of the chaos that she would bring and manifest. Especially when you see all of the OG 13 interacting together and doing chaotic things, but even the youngest ones are pretty chill and well-mannered. The OP goes on to discuss how environmental factors probably played a role here. The original 13 children grew up in relaxed homes with many different siblings. Meanwhile, Robyn's three oldest only had each other. It's even more interesting watching from hindsight, knowing that Robyn needed a nanny for her few, when Cristin basically had all of the OGs on her own, and seeing how Aurora and Brianna have turned out so absolutely unable to navigate the world. Other Redditors add their own ideas. When it comes to Robyn Brown, other viewers admitted they could point to no shortage of red flags. They left comments including, "I will say, the OG kids had older/adolescent siblings to model their behavior on, hadn't been through a divorce/living with a single parent, and that anyone who would marry a man with three wives is a red flag. She wouldn't even leave her kids with the OG moms for her honeymoon, but you'll marry into the family for eternity. Her first red flag was having the child of one of his wives come be her nanny. Her kids have very typical trauma response behaviors. They had had an extremely difficult childhood, and it is apparent in how they acted then and how they act now. She was not a good parent ever. Not meeting him halfway when courting was blatant disregard for the other wives. To me, it was a red flag that she wasn't being a team player from the jump and expected to be catered to. It set the tone for the dynamic and never changed. When Robyn Brown was first introduced to the Sister Wives audience in 2010, she seemed like the breath of fresh air that Kody Brown and his family needed. Young, soft-spoken, and eager to be part of the Brown household, she presented herself as someone who respected the polygamous dynamic and was willing to embrace the complexities of plural marriage. However, longtime viewers now argue that the warning signs were there from the very beginning. As the years have passed, Robyn's role in the Brown family has become a major point of contention, with many fans pointing to early red flags that foreshadowed the turmoil that eventually unraveled the once unified family. One of the first warning signs that fans now reflect on was Robyn's tearful, almost theatrical manner of speaking about plural marriage. While Cristin, Janelle, and Mary each had their own struggles, their experiences felt grounded in reality. Discussions about jealousy, the financial burdens of polygamy, and raising children in such a complex environment. Robyn, however, often spoke in grand, emotional monologues about how she believed in the principle of polygamy, while simultaneously creating a space where she became Kody's clear favorite. Some fans now see these moments as disingenuous, questioning whether she ever truly intended to share Kody in the way the other wives had for decades. Another glaring warning sign was Robyn's insistence on having Kody legally adopt her children from her previous marriage. While the act itself wasn't inherently problematic, the way in which it played out on the show made many fans uneasy. Cody's legal marriage to Mary was dissolved to allow for his legal marriage to Robyn, an action that many now believe solidified her status as his top priority. Though the adoption was framed as an act of love and protection for Robyn's children, it also reinforced the idea that Cody was willing to make monumental legal and emotional shifts to accommodate her in ways he never had for his other wives. Robyn's financial choices also became a recurring point of criticism. When she joined the Brown family, money was already tight. Yet, despite this, she launched My Sister Wife's Closet, an expensive jewelry business that struggled to find success. Rather than being an endeavor that benefited the entire family, it became a symbol of Robyn's ability to make financial decisions with Cody's support, even when those choices didn't necessarily benefit the collective household. Meanwhile, Cristin and Janelle were expected to work hard to sustain the family, with Janelle especially pushing herself into real estate to make ends meet. Perhaps one of the most significant early red flags was the way Cody's behavior changed when Robyn entered the picture. Before her arrival, Cody made more of an effort to balance his time between his wives, albeit imperfectly. But from the moment Robyn joined the family, there was a noticeable shift. Cody began prioritizing her needs above the others, spending more nights at her house and openly doting on her in a way that made his other wives feel neglected. This favoritism became even more pronounced in later seasons, but some fans argue that the seeds were planted from the start. Fans also recall Robyn's reaction to Cristin's insecurities and struggles with plural marriage. While she often claimed to empathize, her actions didn't always align with her words. Cristin, who had spent years adjusting to the realities of polygamy, was vocal about the challenges of sharing a husband. But rather than truly supporting Cristin through those struggles, Robyn frequently positioned herself as the one who had a more pure understanding of polygamy. Her insistence that jealousy should be overcome through faith and devotion felt dismissive to many viewers, particularly as it became increasingly clear that she wasn't experiencing the same struggles as the other wives, largely because Cody was prioritizing her above the rest. Another key moment that fans have retroactively pinpointed as a warning sign was Robyn's behavior during major family conflicts. Whenever tensions rose, she often played the role of the peacemaker, but in a way that subtly positioned herself as the victim. When disagreements arose between Cody and his other wives, Robyn would tearfully insist that she was just trying to keep the family together while simultaneously benefiting from the chaos. This passive-aggressive dynamic made it difficult for the other wives to openly express their frustrations without seeming like they were attacking her. Even small details from early seasons have been re-examined through a new lens. Fans have noted that Robyn's tears, which were once viewed as a sign of her deep emotional investment in the family, may have been strategic. Whether it was the infamous big ugly cry or her frequent moments of appearing devastated over conflicts that didn't directly involve her, some viewers now feel that these emotional displays were a way to garner Cody's unwavering sympathy and attention. Looking back, many Sister Wives fans believe that these early warning signs were hiding in plain sight. Robyn may have entered the family as the hopeful fourth wife ready to embrace the polygamous lifestyle, but as time passed, it became increasingly clear that she held a level of influence over Cody that the other wives never had. With Cristin and Janelle officially leaving, Mary being pushed to the sidelines, and Cody all but abandoning the idea of polygamy altogether, Robyn now stands as the sole wife in what was once a plural marriage. While hindsight is 20/20, fans can't help but wonder, was Robyn's presence ever truly about polygamy? Or was it always about positioning herself as Cody's one and only? Whatever the case, one thing is certain: the warning signs were always there.